You see this in? It's becoming a little more unstable than it was before. So, before it starts cracking, let's solve the mystery of what the heck it might just be and what it might cause Fortnite to become. Hey guys, it's D326 here, and today we have another Deeries episode, and this time it's on Fortnite. Yeah, I already regret making this video, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And but so far, because me and my two cousins, we usually just love to joke around with each other on Fortnite. But as I look at it now, there seems to be some bigger picture here. The orb and what it might cause in the future. Now, this is just a theory I had, but hear me out. It'll make a whole lot of sense once I go into it. Ready for ready? Let's do this.
Hey guys, D326 here, and welcome to my series called Deeries, the series where I analyze other popular series, hated or beloved, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Mega Man, and do theories on them. They could be stupid, they could be smart, and possible. I'm not a professional on science or anything like YouTubers like Matthew Patrick, aka Game Theory slash Film Theory, or even Super Carlin Brothers, but I do know a lot about researching bits of lore and details and make them into possible theories that I have. So, let's get started.
Before we talk about what the orb really is, we have to first go over the origins of the orb, since that last event was kind of surprising because of the whole Power Rangers like mech fight between the monster and the giant mech. So, yeah.
Remember this Power Rangers like fight in the last event that's on the screen right now? Well, when the mech was down, he somehow grasped the orb from the power cell built in Loot Lake to power Neo Tilted, and used some of its power to finish that fight. That left the orb floating over the open power cell for us to look at, but we can't destroy it. Like the memories of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer.
Uh-oh. Ow. Oh, hot. I'm burning. Ah!
Caught up? Good.
Here's the thing though, we don't really know what the orb actually is until now. It's my theory that the orb is a big rift formed by fusing other rifts together and sealed within a protective glass. That would explain why in this future of Fortnite, there's less rifts than when they were introduced, and the way they did it is with the same metal substance that they used for the mech to power in all of Neo Tilted, uh, which explains how it was able to grab the orb of electricity as shown on the lobby, which shows the activity of the orb, and there's little shapes that represent lightning bolts, showing that there's a sign of electricity going through the orb. It would also explain why there's air moving up towards the orb. It's like a black hole sucking particles into itself.
Now, onto what it might cause Fortnite's future to be in a future event. Because I already know that this theory will be way too big for Fortnite to pass up on it, since all of it comes together perfectly. It all makes sense, or at least I hope it does, and it would be probably like one of the only ways to actually make a future event for this after they introduced the orb. So yeah.
But the way that this could all play out in Fortnite's favor is if the orb becomes too unstable that it can be destroyed by a player and will cause an apocalypse. I mean, take a look at the orb. It's cracking, making the orb unstable, and it looks like in the future, one good hit could bring it down. What if in a future event, this orb will become so cracked that players will be able to fight for it? Fight for who gets to destroy it, and thus that player will create a huge mistake, causing an apocalypse that'll set all of Fortnite Island into an utter chaos. I mean, think about it. If the orb's destruction will create an apocalypse, then that would explain why in another dimension, which we saw with the introduction of the rifts, there was a desert instead of a futuristic world with machines and everything, along with, grasslands. That would also explain why there's people like Carbine who went to other planets. They were probably searching for a new home. And that would explain why jetpacks, out of all the things they could have brought back, were added right back into the game. It's probably because after the apocalypse, you'll probably have to escape to a different planet. And when you think about it, that also explains why there's a number 17 with 3 arrows going up on the hoverboard. It's either talking about how this apocalyptic map will reach a length that goes to O and a size that goes to 17, or it's talking about us going up to another planet in order to make that our new home in Fortnite.
So, what do you think? Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm honestly really confident about this theory. Sorry if I'm sniffling a little bit. I'm sick. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I'm sick. Probably allergies, but either way, I'm very confident in this theory, and I honestly had help looking up a lot of these details with from both my cousins Trey and Malachi. So it's thanks to them that this theory and this video was possible. So thanks to for helping me get through Fortnite like this. Yeah. So anyway, what's your opinion on what's your opinions on this theory? Comment down below what you think about this theory. Um, if you just like don't, or if you just don't really care about Fortnite, since I've heard that's a large amount. And yeah, so that concludes this theory. Uh, And if there are any loopholes, just know that this is just my theory, my Fortnite theory. Gaga, bye.